Hey YouTube, this is Venom G54 coming in just to say thank you to subscribers. Welcome to the new subscribers. Anybody out there, take your time, look through my previous videos, check them out. Developed this channel way back, I think it was January 22nd of 2009. Wasn't too active with it then, had raggedy devices, but live and learn, right? So here I am, presently with my present device, not the best, but at least I'm able to connect to the net, produce a little content. The purpose of my channel has been to show some alternatives to this remote control lifestyle that people are growing used to. You see, there's nothing wrong with convenience. There's nothing wrong with recreation. But you want to make sure that aside of your normal daily tasks, if you got any goals fitness-wise, holler at me. Ask some specifics. As long as I can pull it off, I'll produce a video to show some in detail, depth description, things like that to get a better understanding. I have no problem at all with helping those that want to help themselves. So considering the fact that I can't be everywhere at once for face-to-face training, I figured this is the best way to do it. And I did so within the time of knowing that this bug that has everybody shook or frustrated or depressed, you got something to do other than twiddle your thumbs and eat. I've got a motto of my own. I call it, don't eat, don't sleep, just train. I kind of live by it. A little bit about myself. That's me, Venom G54. I do a lot of training. I wouldn't really label it anything specific other than self-defense, fitness, and martial arts. Also train my mind, for a bit of clarity and understanding and better deal with certain obstacles in life that come along. I've had a few people I've run into here and there from places I used to reside, places I used to work, and even people that I've met on social media that express the need, for rehabilitation of injuries or specifically wanting to know how to sculpt their body in certain ways. And I figure, why not? I've been through enough recuperation, rehabilitation, and physical therapy, most of it directed by theories and knowledge that I had to grow in an understanding of and then develop from those theories until I was able to seek out knowledge from some superiors that had a lot more experience. And in mimicking, learning, training, and staying dedicated, I was able to rank up, ascend, better myself, stay in competition with myself. So far, so good. I've been working at it for a long while now, so that's the reason that I've recently, within the past year, been putting out fitness videos, things of hobbies that I'm interested in. A little bit more about myself. I taught myself to build multi-rotors, constructed them, had them flying and things like that some years ago. Didn't get a lot of aerial footage because at that time I wasn't using FPV as much as I do now, but it was a good experience. And due to FAA regulations and a lot of equipment that was stolen, I had to adapt and continue on in my pursuit of hobbies and entertaining myself by, you don't have a plane, get a car. You don't have a car, get a truck. You don't have a truck, well, build one. So, being the fact that I'm a creative artist, a martial artist, a person that's dedicated most of my life to those and the martial arts and general fine art, fitness. I said just a little bit about myself to document it and put it out there. How I do what I do, why I do what I do. And I had this ambition that allowed me to recognize the need. Back to square and point one of this video. In America, we're used to a lot of luxuries that aren't quite there in other parts of the world. People are, how shall I say, somewhat docile as opposed to dealing with those extra struggles. And then having international friends and communicating with them, I figured the best thing that I could do is submit, you know, a little something that I'm up to. I'm not a avid TV watcher. I don't subscribe to cable networks. I don't buy into the social media or mainstream media hypes. What I do is I stay focused and I stay disciplined and I enjoy as much of life as I possibly can. With that said, I do that by keeping myself busy, enjoying my own company. Now, I'm a people person to a degree, but I'm one of those people that if you're not on the level of saying what you mean, meaning what you say, and standing on it, I don't allow you to take too much of my time. I kind of just tune you out real quick and keep stepping. This channel here and what it's dedicated for, other than documenting a few of my projects that I work with frequently and often, is to help people rehab from injuries, better yourselves, get in the shape that you want to be. If you're willing to do the work, I'm willing to be a guide. Now, there's a lot of information that I couldn't share here because that's kind of a mano a mano 101. You know, you have to be in person to really get the full depth of. But my contribution in getting, keeping, and motivating Americans, brothers, sisters. Doesn't matter your shade of skin. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. Primarily, my channel is for adults. But if somebody comes along and they got an interest and a need, they're serious, then this is here so that you can take the time and break down some elements. Things that may look impossible or highly difficult. We all start somewhere. So take your time with it. Do what you can. Keep you a notebook handy. Keep track of your repetitions or the time that you're able to hold certain stances. And even set aside at least an hour and a half a day to do some stretching thoroughly for your body. My biggest motto, prevention is better than cure. So if you can work on flexibility, that's a lot more room that you got to bow or bend as opposed to break, injure yourself. It also helps when you adapt on the fly and apply it to any sport. But being that it's fitness, some elements of self-defense and martial arts that I'm able to disclose on this public platform, I add it all together so that I can entertain you to some degree. I have some ideas coming, some satirical videos, collaborations with other channels. I'm always open for it. I just figured I'd take my time and grow my own subscriptions enough first so that people could recognize who I am, what I'm about, and why I produce this channel out of love. I want to make sure that I can get America and keep Americans strong, fit, with sound mind and body. Because it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, etc. You know, fitness, taking your health into your own hands as a responsibility is something that we all got to do. A little bit more about myself. I'm a 100% disabled veteran. I deal with sleep apnea, insomnia, rheumatoid, and osteoarthritis. I've got a list of injuries that cover more than a hand, so let's just say I understand what mobility issues are and can be. I have to battle Uncle Arthur and his cousins and etc. often. The weather, I don't like the cold, I don't like the rain. Tropical sunshine, heat, and beaches, love it. So a lot of my meditation, that's where I take myself to, so that I can A, nullify the effects of any amount of depression or lack of motivation, stay focused on my goals, and get things done, like take care of myself, and within the responsibility of me being the artist and martial artist that I am, help others find a path, incite a little bit of interest, spark that flame and let it grow. I just came in tonight to make sure that I wanted to welcome my new subscribers. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my monotone voice and hopefully decipher what I'm saying. Hopefully it's coming out clear as it needs to. And I just, as I said before, take your time, scroll through my videos. You see something that you like, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. You have any questions, leave a comment. I stay on it, try to make sure that I respond to everybody. Thank them for the cooperation and participation. But if within the fitness videos that I have, you spend at least 5 to 6 months for sure, doing it regularly, being in competition with yourself, striving to improve daily, I can help you get there. Now you'll notice I don't use much equipment, or I'll get equipment at low cost, because I know not everybody is as fortunate. Some people may be more fortunate. Some people may lack the motivation or the guidance or the direction, may not know the proper technique. That's what I'm here for. I want to make sure that a lot of the barriers that, could stop a person, deter you, keep you from getting where you want to go, other than hiring a trainer, participating with a, membership at a gym, to make sure that you still got some kind of access to somebody that seriously has been there, done that, just about lost it all, and rebuilt. And I did it all with drive, motivations, and blessings from above. Am I perfect? No. Am I the best? No. Am I the most skilled? No. But am I somebody that is serious, diligent, and will be a good example to show proper form? A few alternative methods, that's me. So I thank y'all for tuning in, listening to me rant and explain myself. And I just ask that, don't be silent. If you're having trouble with something, let me know. Something's unclear, let me know. If you need another angle, yeah, I got limited equipment at the moment, but I've been investing in a few things that I could come across. So what I've been doing is figuring out ways that I can better relate, better demonstrate that way, so that, everybody can have access. Take your time. It's no rush. Like I said before, we all start somewhere, and along that route, I'm one of those people that won't mind helping you. But I just ask that you at least put forth the effort, give it your best shot, give it a try. If you run into difficulties, believe me, even I do that. So it's just a matter of, hey, this is a network, it's a form of social media, and it's a way for me to reach out and let folks know that, hey, even if you don't have an uncle, cousin, brother, leader, teacher nearby, you got one that wasn't worried about funding, but came to you through YouTube. Not to confuse you with terminologies or anything that's just too mystical, but things that I know for a fact work because I've been utilizing them for well over 30 years now. I took my time, stayed humble, always kept my mind focused on a goal of not a belt, not a specific level to reach, but in adding those blocks day by day by day. Any improvement is better than none. Complacency is the enemy. So as long as you're giving it your best shot, you're giving it effort consistently, all you can do is grow in ability. I want to one day look back and say, you know what? I had an idea to help a lot of people out, and I'm glad that some people listened and took advantage of the opportunity that I granted them. Won't make me rich, won't make me famous, but if it does, I wouldn't mind that either. But at the same time, I'm doing it because I genuinely want to see people do better, live better, feel better. So with me, RC stuff helps. Being creative and producing artwork helps. You know, taking time to document it so that along the way, before I get too crusty and old, I can demonstrate, help people relate. And then when that time comes that you say, hey, those videos, they were cool, that was nice, but I need something more. If I can develop that hunger in you, and then when this pandemic or whatever passes, and you can connect with somebody locally in your area, they'll definitely recognize that you've had some prior experience, that you've had somebody that had the knowledge that bestowed it upon you. I got it from somewhere, and I had those that were willing to teach me whether I could afford it or not. So for me, it's all about duty. It's all about honor and respect. Money, what is it, paper? Very equivalent to toilet paper. And on a previous video, you see how I made some myself? Yeah, that satire kicks in at times. But I just want to make sure you know that I can put smiles on faces, I can help people feel better about themselves, and I can help them reach their goals. And know that a gym is for a professional athlete. It's for somebody that's been at it for years. It's for somebody that's had a coach or at least a partner to assist them. Again, prevention is better than cure. You don't want to injure yourself rushing, because it's better to do something slow motion correctly than it is to obsess over speed and hurt yourself. I can do things in slow motion. I can do things at normal applicable speed. And then there's the beast within that can turn it up, and yeah, it might not be caught too much on film. But enough about me. You guys can look back through videos and see. Or you can ask for specifics. Say, for instance, I had neck injury, had back injury, knee injury, just about lost a leg. You know, my dominant hand, I've got a couple fingers that till this day I can't feel, and I attribute all of that, other than the knee, to an accident that just about took my life and ended my career back in '97. So when I say things don't happen overnight, they don't. Do things get better? If they don't, you learn to adapt. You can at least make it seem like it's better. You can get around and prevent any further inflammation, irritation, dislocation, or bones breaking. You know, we all get old, and we're going to all see that graveyard one day. But before I get there, then I got to know within myself, mind, heart, body, and soul, that I gave it my all to push and keep going, despite the things that were slowing me down. despite the things that were trying to steal my motivation, despite the distractions that were taken away from my dedication. We all got lives, things happen, but at the same time, trying is an excuse for failure. You either do it or you don't. Starting out, you may not be perfect, may not be the best, but it gives you a standard of what to improve upon. And as long as you put in that work, and as long as you put in that effort, save your breath, breathe right, you will improve. Trust me. Consider me your maniacal time traveler who went back and came back to let you know it can be done. Yeah, arthritis has had me not as productive for a while. Didn't stop me. I just really didn't have the motivation to put out a video yet. Didn't have enough requests for specifics on things that people needed to either learn of or do. So I'm taking on a couple new students, and I'm going to be a little busy with that. But what I'll make sure to do, and I want y'all to hold me to it, is at least once a week, that's the least, put out a video so I can start taking some of you guys, gals, and etc. from the preliminary basics onto some more intermediate stuff, so that, you know, if you ever come across the martial artist, instructor, dojo, or gym in your area, you'll have some prior experience and things won't be so alien for you. You know, you'll be able to step in there and not act like you know it all, because my theory is keep an empty cup. That way you can fill it up. And if it takes you a lifetime to fill it up, just know me, I'm still working on that. And it's not the first time around for me. Because from 22 years old and 45 now, a lot that I learned, things I had theories on, things that I had just been introduced to, I had to take my time and retrain myself. I had to keep pushing and building through pain, through injuries, through disabilities, through supporting a family, through work schedules, you know. So I made no excuses. I just put in the work. Call it modern day Shaolin training or something, you know. And the results, they're there, you know. I enjoy it. I use it to adapt and overcome, so that, like I say, there's no excuses. You do it. You get it done. If it wasn't perfect, keep practicing. You'll get better. My present day expectations are outdo myself, yes, from yesterday. Make sure that tomorrow I keep that same mind frame. Will it change? Possibly. Because eventually I'm going to get so old, I'm just going to kick back with my feet up, and I'm just going to look around and say, you know, back in my day, you know, I used to, and even then I feel that I'll still be doing. But, you know, it's just a matter of I'm proving something to myself. I'm proving that if somebody sparks that flame, somebody's out there ready to receive it. They're ready to follow that lead. So consider this my present day, in the moment, being mindful, passing the torch on to those that are going to be ready to learn, grow in knowledge, skills, and understanding, and teach the next generation. We all need a little help. Don't be ashamed to ask for it. If you need a little extra direction or pep or motivation, you know, comment, leave a message. I don't mind responding. But I just want to make sure that everybody out there knows loud and clear that this is a nice place. This is where I come to meet you. And I want to see everybody out there doing better, feeling better, increasing your ability. overcoming injuries, rehabilitating them as best as you possibly can medically. I'm not a medical doctor, though I do have a median IQ, but at the same time, there's been some times when I was able to tell doctors exactly what was going on, and despite their knowledge and time in the field and etc., they didn't understand it. But once I broke it down to them and showed and proved, then they pretty much agreed with me where I was at from the start. So from this veteran, this creative artist, this martial artist, this retired Marine, I just want to let y'all know my goal. I want to see America healthy, fit, focused, and strong. So if y'all can help me out with that, refer the channel to anybody you think it'll benefit. Be active. Comment, share, subscribe. Help a brother out. Because without a doubt, I'd do the same. So with all that said, I'm going to quit running my mouth, because come in the morning, which it already is morning where I'm at, it's almost 2 a.m. I've got to get up, complete my regimen, add a few extras, and be looking for my next video. I'm going to go into some basics of proper ways to kick. And I want everybody to tune in, because I found a long time ago, kicking done right can not only be used offensively or defensively, but can be used for cardio and even abdominal defining, chiseling, sculpting. So I'm just breaking down some simple mechanics, the best way I can. Hopefully I'm heard loud and clear. That is my intent. And I want everybody to enjoy yourselves. If you need a break, take it. If you feel you can keep going, add more repetitions. Form is important. Doing it right and doing it right every time is even more important. Be satisfied with your effort. Increase it within reason. There is no rushing. It's just a matter of taking your time, doing it right, and after the muscle memory and a few other things come into play, it'll become even more simple for you. So, I'm out of here. Wish I could say I was tired, but I guess I got a couple more days to go on that one. Anyway, stay tuned. Look forward to seeing y'all next time. Venom G 5-4 out.